Yo. Good morning, guys. I know I said I wouldn't be on here every day doing lives and stuff like that. But I feel that if I can do a 10 to 15 minute live every morning, just with going over what I put into the group each day, basically. Because I really don't want to stop doing as much as I am, because it gives me a great purpose as well to be able to get on here on a daily basis, bring these words from up here out here, and give other people these opportunities to see that showing up makes a difference. It's a huge thing to be able to get on here and have this opportunity with you guys every day to show what is possible, no matter the situation. It's about what we can do within ourselves each day to move forward from anything that is either happening or that has happened. Our future does not determine who we are. Our past doesn't determine who we are or what we can be. Our future, we cannot say what it is. What you can do every day is get up and have the opportunity to make a choice today. And will it change your life with the choices that you make? This is what I've talked about this morning in the group. So, of course, my lovely little yo. What's your choice today? Will it change your life? Okay, and from that, I've said, chances come our way every day. The opportunity available is endless. This is where choices can be made to make changes with the chances that fall into our path. Yes, sometimes you have to make things happen, but this still involves choices that we make. Please see within inside yourself and know that through one choice today to make a change can give you chances at opportunities that you never thought possible. Good morning, mate. How you doing, Marcus? Help is out here. If you need to see the self-value that you see not for yourself. No one's seen it in me either. I have already shown a few what self-value is all about, and it has made a drastic movement in the life they now see is very possible. And let's get grounded with Lee, guys. And the picture down the bottom shows there are two things we get every day, and that's a chance and a choice. So with the chances, we have a choice to make a difference in our own life. That's awesome, mate. That's very beautiful, Marcus, and that's the thing that we can do, buddy. Every day is that opportunity to be that person. Not that we haven't been those people before, but we're able to see things a bit differently too after a little while. As I've shown on here, even this morning when the young one came out and wanted to change his juice box, guess what? I ended up changing the juice box in his lunch box. I was just like, well, he was there with Mum when she bought the bloody juices, and he could have said to Mum, I don't like those juices. But instead he allowed Mum to buy those juices, and the last thing I want is to have them be wasted. So, but I handled it. I didn't get grumpy. Not too grumpy. I was a little bit agitated, as we've seen. I lost my words for a minute there. But at the same time, I called him out after the live. I probably should have done it while I was live so people could see that I can be a good person. But I called out to him and I said, come here, mate. And I said, next time, if you're with Mum and Mum buys juices that you don't want, please tell her so then we don't have this situation, all right? Or we buy 6 fruit boxes, one for each kid. So then they've got their own choices. Then there is none of that, and then I just need to know what their choices are. I was happy with Gray this morning. So he'd normally have toast, cheese, and Vegemite with a cup of milk. Today he had a banana, yogurt, and a Yakult. And because he noticed through the holidays, because of his ADHD, he doesn't notice what he's eating. And I do the same thing, hence my size as well. Because our bellies don't feel full. Don't punish yourself, Marcus. Since I first seen what you were doing, buddy, your ambition has changed, which is a great contribution to your family, my friend. And I'm not going to shit in your pocket, buddy. At the end of the day, I've seen you make big changes. Even with the giving up the weed and the smoking, at the end of the day, mate, to do what you're doing, and if you're making any minimal changes, so whether it's the weed and that, or if it's other life-changing moments for you, you need to look at what you were doing prior to coming on here and having this time with me. From what I can see, life has opened itself to you, and you've been willing to take that chance and make those choices to take the steps forward, mate. So don't disregard yourself, mate, at all, buddy. Like you see me, mate. You see what I do, and you see so. I always want to try and do better for myself and my family, of course. But we also, I punish myself so much when I probably shouldn't, mate. And I guess you're learning that trait from me, and I hope you can learn to deal with it a bit better than I do, because I am so self-judgmental. As I say with these fingers, mate, that's why I'm so judgmental on myself, because of the past that I had. And the person I used to be. The only thing that's changed me is this person. And from what I can see with you, mate, you're making huge steps, huge leaps, huge bounds. I can guarantee you pretty much 3 months ago, you wouldn't have had these ambitions, mate, and just after our conversation yesterday, mate, you're doing awesome. You're understanding what's in the future, what you can see, and you're being smart, and you're understanding that not to take too big a leap, because with big leaps come big downfalls. I'm in a situation like that at the moment with probably 3 scenarios, maybe 4 or 5 actually. But that's who I am, and that's what I do, mate. I'm that sort of person where if I fall over and I miss the ledge and I smash my face, I'll pick myself up with a bloody face and go, all right, that didn't quite work. But I'm half on the other side because I'm just lifting my head up and I'm like, well, I'm touching the other side. I can get over this little divot. And I'll figure it out from there after that with all the blood on my face. Or I'll be smart, stop when I get up and then clean my face off and then start to proceed with what I know is very possible. And when it comes to these moments where I'm at right now, this is very, very hard because I've got so many big things that are happening. And yeah, it's lots of opportunity. So much opportunity, and it is very hard with some of the things I'm trying to do because I'm trying to gain some trust, trying to show people a purpose and giving an opportunity, which it's about business basically at the end of the day. And with business comes... You've got to see opportunity, but you've got to know and see the good possibilities through what you're about to offer. You've got to be able to put it down in front of a person with the idea that it is a silly thing for them not to accept, basically. And like at the end of the day, so I'm about to get drawing more on my loan. I'm like, I'm about to put myself in more bloody debt because I see something. And if I'm asking other people to risk, well, guess what? I'm going to get every cent I possibly can known to man from out of myself, and I'm going to throw every cent possible into the business that me and Christine, or that Christine and I are about to partake in. We put in our lease ledger last night for the possible space that we want to rent, and now we just got to wait for the return of their confirmation of negotiations. Basically, everything's about negotiating, and we put in terms and stuff that we want, and possibilities and long term. So we're looking at a 5 to 10 year lease, because it's a huge possibility of great things that can happen, and as I said, if I'm asking people to invest in me and Christine, I am willing to take every risk possible. So I was sitting there in bed at 11:30 last night, redoing my loan so that I could get the full amount of what I've paid off and all that sort of stuff. I've got nearly $5,000 on a bloody credit card. I will max out everything possible because I believe in myself. I believe in what we're going to do, and I believe everything is possible. It's about choices, chances, and harsh decisions sometimes. But you've got to believe in you, and you've got to make things happen. But you've got to do it at your pace as well. Don't anyone ever watch me on here and feel that fucking what I do and how I do it, because I do a lot of things in one given day, like this morning. So I'm sitting here now, I'm doing this. I've already done one other live because what's in the box, people? I haven't done that for a few months now, and I thought, what a surprise. I thought about it just before I jumped on the treadmill for 40 minutes. I got up at 6 o'clock because, my alarm went off at 10 to 6. Christine's alarm was meant to go off at 5:30 because she's got a bloody a thing today, and then she's got work, and then she's got to pick the kids up this afternoon. Then she's got to go do stuff herself. I've got to go have a heart X-ray today just to get things checked out. I went to the doctor. When I went to the doctors about my ear the other day, he asked me if there's anything concerning me, and basically my legs, I'm doing plenty of walking at the moment. I'm not eating nowhere near as much as I used to, but my legs still are containing fluids. And I don't know why, but he said that it could be due to problems with my heart that could potentially be happening. And so no doubt I'm going to go to the doctor next, and he's going to say you need to slow down eating crappy foods and all that sort of stuff. And for once, because I don't go to doctors because of that reason, I don't want to hear things that I don't want to partake in, and I guess I've got to start doing it, guys. I want to live a good life for the kids, and I want to be here for future, for a better future's past, for the better, and to do that I need to be healthy. So I've got to start asking big questions to myself about heart and all that sort of stuff, with the legitimate side of it, of what do I need to do to make my heart better, to be a better person for everyone around me. And even you guys, I love being on here and having this space with you all. I shared Justin's thing the other day, and I've actually had quite a few people contact me to just ask, "Oh shit, have you got cancer, mate?" And that to me, I've not ever really had that sort of thing. I done that the other day out of respect for Justin, because of the cancer side of things. I don't normally do the copy and paste and share and stuff, but I thought, no, I'll show Justin I'm here to support him and hope that everything's okay. And through my care, I've had other people care and send me private messages asking if everything's okay, and they hope that I haven't got cancer. But I've gladly been able to let them know that at the moment I definitely don't. that I know of, and that's a good thing. So, but it's amazing what can happen when you do things and you've got kind people in your life. Kind people actually will show up and will care for you. It's an amazing feeling, and there's no better feeling in the world to have that idea that even like, and I didn't do it out of any other reason other than to help Justin out, and then I had people worried that I had cancer. Good morning, Jessica. Yeah, no, everything's good, mate. I've just been talking about so on my in the group page, you'll see a post that I've just put up, and it's about choices, changes, and the things that we do to do it all. So yeah, that's what I've been talking about. Plus, we've just put in a lease thing to see about a business that we're going to have up and going very soon. Just been talking about how I'm trying to get investors and all that into it, and just all those sorts of things. Good old business stuff, Jessica. And I did say that I wasn't going to be on here every day, but I'm changing my mind. I think I'm going to come on here, and I'll be on here for at least 15 to 30 minutes of a morning, like at 8 o'clock. I don't want to lose that spot, basically. Anyone who wants to come on here and listen to Lee ramble for 15 to 30 minutes, if it makes their day, why not? It's not much time to give for a great outcome if people hear my messages and implement the tools that I'm able to provide. And it's a free space too. So if you're able to take things from my days on here, bloody take it, people, because it's a great great array of knowledge, and it's only going to get better with the more I finish my course. Oh, okay, yeah, nice. So it's that's what's happening at the moment. Like I said, I'll go get an X-ray today, find out from the doctor what I need to do to make it better, because I know they're gonna say that I've got lots of bloody visceral fat around me organs and stuff like that, which I need to get rid of. So, I already know the outcomes of some of it, and hopefully it doesn't turn out to be worse. And other things that happen, but shit happens, life goes on, and we've got life's life, people. No matter what it is, what happens, we've just got to get up, show up, and move forward to the best of our ability. I've seen a lot of people who get diagnosed and all that with cancers and stuff like that. And you actually watch them wither away in such an instant. It's like as if we get told something so dire that we just not only do we give up on life, we give up on ourselves, and that's when we wither away sometimes, I think. And then you see other people who bloody beat cancer 25 times. And that's because they fight every fucking day to make sure that they can do everything they can to be the life version of a living success. It's amazing what the body can do. So, it's about having faith and a belief within yourself to know that anything is possible. Don't let bad news be your future at the end of the day, because we all know at the end of our futures are death, people. There's no denying that from anyone's path. I don't think so anyway. I don't know anyone who's lived for eternal life. Not in the human body anyway, guys. It's a factor that we need to look into and understand that life does what it does. And the body will do what it has to do. We can only get from our body what we give it to. So if we don't respect our bodies and it's our temple, guys. And I'm not the best example of this, but I am starting to realise that through my mind and my body, my soul and my spirit, lives as well. But luckily, my soul and my spirit are bloody huge at the moment, to be honest. So that's the good thing and the good part of life at the moment, because I didn't realise how important it all was, even though I've sort of lived with it for the most of it, to be honest. I've always had that inner self which knew that everything was possible within me. I just chose to be of body and mind and allowed me to do what I wanted within the flesh. But gladly, our soul and all that lives no matter what, and it knows what's available from above or from within. And I say above, but I do mean like within ourselves, basically. At the end of the day, we are our own gods. We've got to make sure that we believe in us at the end of the day, and also believe that there is something that is guiding us to where we need to be. Like, the shop that we looked at, there was visions of stuff that made me laugh at the time, because it emphasised stuff about me and how I lived life a long time ago. So I can have that vision every morning when I'm having my almond latte at their cafe. It's a little bit funny. I actually told Marcus about the story yesterday. And it's just hilarious. I'm looking at things and taking the signs from all over, and respecting what's being put within my path. And what's being taken away from my path as well. I'm understanding that even though I care about things a lot, I've got to learn that sometimes I need to not actually care if something's taken from within the life that's happening, basically, because sometimes it's not meant to be there, and that's a good lesson to learn, because it's a hard lesson too sometimes, because you don't always. You want to have faith and believe that things are a good thing. I know, mate. I know. It was a bit funny, buddy. And yeah, and we have so many things put in our paths, and even though like you have good ideas and you see good things, and even with the good things, we can be clouded sometimes because of our kind hearts and who we are within. To see that it's a weird thing that can happen when it sort of goes pear-shaped, I guess you can say, and I think it shocks me so much because I didn't see what happened happening, and I guess I believe that I just believed that it was going to be okay throughout time and things were going to be okay, but it just went fucking totally south, and I'm going to leave it in the south. I'm heading north, and that's the thing. Sometimes we choose different paths, people, and gladly, I guess it's best to find out these things earlier rather than later at the end of the day, because yeah, I can see really good things with what's going on and what's happening within this space. I love what I'm doing here, no matter what. And I see so many good things that have changed just from my beginning here. It's been phenomenal to see some of the changes within people. It's amazing to see some of the stuff that's happening. Like I've been helping people with business and everything, guys. It's bloody weird. I wish I could get there and plaster everything over, or like all over Facebook, and show you guys what is actually happening behind the scenes with some things. But with the space that I'm dealing, that by law I actually can't do. I'm not held by any contract, so I could say or do anything I want. But for the kind, respectful, and loving person that I am, with the knowledge I've got of confidentiality, I will not ever disclose those sorts of things from a personal aspect for personal gain, because that's just not right. But however, I am on here and I am trying to show people that I do. And, I've gladly got Marcus on here, who quite often mentions that it's, what's been happening. I've got Josh and Melissa, who quite often, they both put up things for me. It's a great feeling to have people putting up good comments about what I've been doing within their lives. Ash as well. It's a great thing to be able to do good things for people, guys. And that's what I gain from this space. I guarantee you there's no money being made from anywhere here at the minute. And from on Facebook, I won't, there'd be no charge. I am able to get subscribers at the moment, and I will put up a little post later, because at the end of the day, it's $1.59 a month or some shit, and whatever money is produced from subscriptions, I would gladly give back to whatever. And I would once a month show people what's being made from subscriptions, and gladly show that whatever's coming into my possession through Let's Get Grounded would gladly be coming back. Yeah, cheers, buddy. There you go. Well, and even then, I'd be putting back whatever money comes in from a subscription, 110%, because no doubt it would be 110%, because I would then look at whatever's coming in through subscriptions, and I would then put money on top of it from my personal pocket, people. I gave away $2,500 last year. So I did some rough numbers, and if the 600 plus people on here were to subscribe, that would be over $5,000, over $5,000 at the end of the year, basically. And so if that was to happen, then I would only gift it all back, to be honest. It'd be about $7,000 or $8,000. So instead of being $2,500 giveaway, there would be a huge giveaway. And I'd probably, if I was able to make off subscriptions $7,000 to $10,000, I would almost donate another $2,000 like I did last year, just to make it interesting. And there'd be a couple. So the biggest prize would be the one that I personally donate, would be about $2,000. And then I would do a certain amount of giveaways in like the same sort of money sort of thing. And then I would try to probably get maybe $5,000 worth of vouchers and go around the local areas and gift people some bloody shopping cards, guys. That's what this space is to me. It's about this opportunity that I can see to make a difference at times in life with people who need it. And at any stage of trying to make money through a space like this, that's what it should be for. If I can make any money off of Facebook, like through doing things on Facebook and gain money from it, I would that would all be going back to Let's Get Grounded, because it's free money, guys. At the end of the day, it'd be a write-off to me. I really couldn't care less, because that's what it's about. It's about giving to people, and if I was able to create money from a space like this where I've just started, that would amuse me more than anything, knowing that I was able to be able to get given some money to be able to give to other people. That's the big thing, I guess. So, all right, guys. Well, I've babbled on enough. I'm just about to start doing a little bit of schoolwork before I have to get ready to go to this bloody X-ray place. So, have a lovely day. Do what you can with choices, people. Any chance that's given to you, have a look at the possibilities and what opportunities come from it, because it's all possible, guys. So, all right, guys, on that note, let's get grounded. Have a lovely day. Bye, guys.